Good morning, y'all. First off, to Richard, a much belated thank you for buying me a coffee. I appreciate that. Um, Still working my way through the healthcare system. Don't have any answers yet, but I'm gonna go do a little geocaching today, and I thought I'd invite you all along with me. So let's go take a look at the map first. So I'm gonna start here in Albuquerque, and I'll drive down I-25. It takes about an hour to get here to the turnoff off I-25, and I'll get onto this dirt road and drive by all this fun geo art and keep going, and we'll get here close to the ghost town of Riley, just a little past. And I'm going to turn off here and drive down this arroyo, and I'll get this one and this one, come out a little farther for this one, and then I'll have to backtrack for these three caches here. And what I'll usually do for this kind of thing is I'll spend a good amount of time just looking at how to get out to these ones. And on this one, I have to go down the arroyo just a little bit until I pick up this 2-track. And I'll throw some waypoints on my phone app just to keep me on track. And so let's go get her done. All right, we finally made it to the dirt. You know, I love my Jeep, but it is not great on the highway. So always happy to be on the soft stuff. And this is Bernie. Bernie is the mascot of Bernalillo County, and I got him about 10 years back at a Bernalillo County geocaching event. And he's been my co-pilot ever since. You know, one of the fun things about geocaching is that almost any time you come to a fork in the road, you will find a geocache. And I found this one some years back. All right, we made it to our first turn off the dirt road. It's always nice to see tracks in the arroyo because you know other people have come this way. You know, one of the things I really love about geocaching in New Mexico is just being able to get out and see this kind of scenery. No matter how many times I see stuff like this, I just gotta stop and take it in for a minute. I made it to the parking spot for the first cache. I actually could have parked maybe 500 feet closer, but man, this tree is just so beautiful that couldn't resist parking in the shade. This geocache is called Baca Canyon Overlook, and it's just right up there on that hill. And kind of surprised this one has been out over 2 years without anybody finding it. It's not that hard to get to, so let's go grab a first to find. Pretty short hike there for a 200 point cache. 200 point plus, but not really going to complain. I'll take it. That was a nice quick find. Now there is another geocache nearby. It's less than a month old, so it's only worth probably 7 or 8 points, and normally I wouldn't bother going to find it. But it is a Tonkabu cache, and I'm on a vague mission to go find all her caches. I'm going to assume it's up on this outcrop here, so that should be fun to figure out a route up. Yeah, this looks like a good spot to go up right here. Not bad at all. Only thing is, you always want to be real careful about snakes out here. They do like to hide in the shady spots. Yeah, nothing like a suspicious pile of rocks to say, hey, look at me. Tonkabu always puts some really nice prizes in her bigger geocaches. These solar powered twinkle lights are pretty tempting. I didn't bring anything to trade, so I'll have to leave it. Now, these are her signature Tonka tokens. She is definitely a very artistic lady. And I did score another first to find on this one, so yay me. I'm back at the Jeep and I'm getting ready to move on to the next cache. About 2 miles as the crow flies down the Arroyo is Baca Canyon Overlook number 2. Now, someone has already found that once, and while it's worth 200 points now, when I find it, that'll be cut down to about 100 points. And normally I wouldn't bother with it, but like I said, trying to knock down those Tonkabu caches. That was a nice little drive down the Arroyo. I got here 300 feet from the cache, so just a little climb up the hill to make the grab. This geocache has a good view. Cool old juniper that the cache owner has hung her geocache on. Nice, easy find. So I got back to the main dirt road, and now I have to duck into this arroyo for a minute, but just for a couple 100 feet, and then I'll exit on a 2-track, and that'll take me to the next cache. Hit the parking for another Tonkabu cache. It's called Patriot Graves. Now it's only about a quarter mile away, so this should be pretty quick. Wind's picked up pretty good right now, which isn't a terrible thing, but I hope my sound isn't too bad. Tonkabu caches are usually pretty easy to find. This one took me a minute just because there was a lot of places to look. I tracked her down eventually. This American flag picked out in rocks along the side of the hill is what's referenced in the first part of the geocache's name. So here's the reason for the second half of the cache's name. Tonkabu is really amazing at finding odd little things out in the middle of the desert to go check out. So it's always fun to go find her stuff. That was definitely a cool cache. I'm going to have to give that one a favorite point. Now my next cache is about 2 miles down this 2-track as the crow flies. It's a nice park and grab, and it's worth 200 points, so I definitely can't pass that one up. Well, made it to the end of the road and only 163 feet from the cache. Now that up there is Hell's Mesa, and there's a cache up there. But that's for another day. So let's go find this sucker. Man, this cache is just packed with high quality prizes. And I don't normally take something, but absolutely gonna be my new favorite coffee cup. Thanks, Tonkabu. So there's another Tonkabu cache about a half mile that way. Now, I could drive back to the main road, drive down a bit, and drive all the way back out here and be pretty close to the cache. But since it's only half a mile and my fat butt needs the exercise, I'm gonna walk over and grab it. So the cache is over there on that slick rock formation. I just need to work my way across this gully, arroyo. Pretty cool spot, gotta say. And of course a nice easy find for the geocache. Well, that's the last geocache I have planned for today. When I get home, I'll go through the points I got in a brief little video. If you don't want to stick around for that, thanks for coming out with me on my first drone outing. I had a lot of fun, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. These are the points I earned today. If y'all would like a more detailed explanation about the Lonely Cache points, let me know in the comments below. I'm also going to leave a link to each geocache in the description below. So that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.